Hey guys, welcome to the Trade Genius podcast. Bob and Phil here as usual. Guys, forget crypto. We've got the next thing that's going to go parabolic. You're not going to miss this. Let's dive in.
Trade Genius.
Hey guys, really briefly before we jump into this video, appreciate all the likes and subscribes, and if you can ring that notification button, that really helps us out. In addition to that, if you guys don't mind, head over to tradegenius.co, check out our specials we have over there. There's a number of different specials with different packages for all different experience types. If you're more into education, we have a package for that. If you just like to get into the room, primarily, we have a package for that as well, where you can see where we're calling out trades and things like that live, and also posting signals into our Discord signal rooms. So check it out, tradegenius.co. Appreciate you doing that.
So Bob, everyone loves a good crypto pump because it seems like those tokens and stuff go vertical at times. But I think a lot of people sleep on natural gas, don't you?
Yeah, what's really interesting is that we've been talking about this in our room. If you look at the way natural gas swings, it's almost like a forex trade, Phil. It has long swings to it, and to the good and to the bad. You remember you and I were talking about a year ago when I just said, hey, this thing's going to probably pull out of its dive. And he said, Bob, this thing could go longer and farther than normal. And I think now it went and hit the floor here. We're going to show you some charts here. We're already getting some moves higher. And even the leverage ETFs are already down by 50%. So I think there's a huge upcycle coming, and we're going to show you guys how to make money in it. And what's really precipitating it is really two things. One is the response to the Ukraine war and the Biden administration's war on fossil fuels. And number two is now come the arrival of a moderate to strong El Nino. And if you go back and you look at the data, strong El Ninos and strong La Ninas, you tend to have higher needs for natural gas. And you look at just 400% pumps in the price of nat gas in those environments, Phil. And I think we're setting up for another one. You want to show the next slide here? So here's the picture of the El Nino. And when they've been watching that read to see what the rectangle is, as it pushes through that area, that's when you go from moderate to strong El Ninos. And we now have pushed through it. And basically what happens here is that it's capping the upwelling. And so it allows the warmth across the entire equatorial region. And that's just like fertilizer for rain in the northern hemisphere in the fall and winter. So we're going to get a lot of rain here in the US, but it also generates higher heating needs. And that's the purpose of why I'm showing this to you guys today. So here is the price of natural gas, is the futures. And if you notice, it's formed a classic base, I would say, Phil. Some people call this inverted head and shoulders. It looks more like a cup and handle to me. So I did a measured move from the bottom of the cup, okay? And I measured it out to the area around $3.58, which is a 24% move. And ironically, Phil, that is the 15-year average price for natural gas. And it's also, you see that kind of black line cutting into my measured move number, that's the 144 on it too on the daily. So there's a lot of confluence there for a move up 24% higher in natural gas prices. And what that's going to mean is going to be tremendous opportunities to make money. And here's the Henry Hub. It's showing it a different way. This is showing you what they call price momentum chart. That's the PRO in the bottom left you see there. And natural gas like the V bottom. They also like the invert V tops too. But look at that move. And this is the biggest, strongest, most sustained price collapse in the history of the futures contract. And it was done on purpose. So the major drawdown in natural gas so they could protect Europe against Russia. But at some point, you run out of supply, and they're pretty much running out of supply right now. So now we're in an upcycle. I don't think I have any more charts, but we are long EQT. We just made a trade in a stock called FET. That's more like a quick trade. But I mean, if you look at Devon Energy, it's going to be great. Pioneer is going to be great. I wouldn't be shocked to see ExxonMobil. They've been saving their cash. They want to get into shale gas business. I wouldn't be surprised ExxonMobil makes a move on one of the shale natural gas players out there, and one that is coming up. If you're a subscriber, I'm going to give it to you. If you're not, you're just going to have to go with the T's. But there is somebody in their sights, and which could mean a 30% move in that stock itself. And so, I own Devon, I own FET, I own EQT. I'm short KOLD, so I'm positioned for this personally. We shared all of those with our subscribers. If you guys want to trade with us, just go to tradelikeagenius.com. This move, Phil was only half joking about the crypto move here. This move's going to happen before the crypto move happens, and there's a great chance for you to make a lot of money in a relatively short period of time. When natural gas moves, I mean, these are 6-month moves, Phil. Now, I'll take a break here. I'll throw it back to you and get your thoughts.
I actually think your target's a little conservative, Bob, because and timing's really good here, right, guys? Because this is seasonality also is in play here. And the thing you have to understand is typically if you're anticipating as a professional or a supplier side, if you're anticipating a harsh winter, for example, because of the wobbles we're going to get with El Nino, you're accumulating that stash. It's not, oh, we got a bad weather report in 2 weeks kind of a thing. Your big gains are going to be right here. So you're going to buy now when it's summer's blazing and you think that's the last thing you're thinking about. But this is actually where you buy for those big swing trades. I actually think that we're probably going to see $4 to $6 on this upswing at minimum. But the like you said, the expression on this cycle has been more than we've ever seen, and it's been bottoming for it seems like an eternity here. But I've been in the camp that anything around that $2 mark was just start buying it and using a vehicle that's not going to decay on you, maybe some of those ETFs, Bob, and then just wait, right? Put it in the drawer and wait. It's one of those swing trades, because when that natural gas takes off, when it actually makes the move, there's hardly a pullback, and you're sitting there waiting for I wanted to pull back to at least standard deviation or something like that. It doesn't do it. It just keeps going up and up and up and up. They're very, very vertical moves, kind of like Bitcoin does, and that's why I mentioned that, because it's one of those movers where it's like it'll base for a while and then just take off on you. So I think you just start putting shares in the drawer and waiting, and as we get into the end of summer, you should have a really nice gain on that. And it's a pretty simplistic trade, but I think this year, like Bob pointed out, I think has more impact because of El Nino. So I could even be conservative on my $4 to $6. It wouldn't be unheard of to see a gas go to $8 to $10 either.
Yeah, look, I have no intention of selling it. I just want to just show people that's the next target for me. And you're right, EQT, a lot of people like to run into UNG. Now, when you have a sustained up move, UNG, there's nothing like it. Okay, right. But if you get any pauses in UNG, it starts to decay on you, even though it's not a leveraged instrument. It's because it's a construct. So EQT is the largest provider of natural gas in the country. You want to own them. Even when natural gas was going insanely down, EQT's held up pretty well. Remember, these guys are in the futures market too. They're not selling their stuff at losses here. They've been shorting along with it. And that's another thing, very, very important. You guys remember Phil, when oil went to negative $58? Yeah. Okay. It's because when a move starts to move, I sound like Kamala Harris now. When the move starts to move, it really moves. Is that you have the players that are in the industry start to pile in. And if this thing starts to move higher, these natural gas providers, first of all, are going to take the shorts off. And the second thing they're going to do is they're going to pour in on the long side too, to goose their returns on their product. And that's what I'm fully expecting. And I think it's going to be a really, really nice trade. We could forget all the noise about when will NVIDIA go to zero and all that stuff. Here's a positive trade that is something that you guys are going to really want to wrap your arms around.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be independent of what the overall markets do, right? If we slow down and roll over here, the seasonality effects of natural gas are just extremely strong, and they tend to just bulldoze whatever's going on the macro. So it's a unique trade, and I think a good opportunity here.
I agree. Thanks for listening, guys. Have a great weekend. Have a great 4th of July. We're going to do one on Monday. I don't think we're going to do one on Tuesday, right, Phil? And then we'll be back with you guys on Wednesday.
That sounds about right. Okay, be safe out there. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you later.
Trade Genius.